My name is Michael McSellers. I've been a law enforcement officer for 13 years. Prior military, I was in the Marine Corps prior to that. And I have a family, beautiful wife, 17 years and 2 teenage children. And they have been my support as we talk about these issues related to PTSD. And they've been walking with me through the process of that. And as we talk about this battle, which is a battle, it is a mental battle, an emotional battle, and a spiritual battle. And I'm here to talk a bit and share my story and hopefully bring more awareness to this issue that goes on in the law enforcement community. What most people don't know is that suicide is the #1 death for law enforcement officers. It's not getting shot by someone, it's not getting hit by a car. I will say that when it comes to suicide-related deaths in law enforcement, it is pushed under the rugs. The numbers that we have out there right now aren't exactly the numbers they are because a lot of them go undocumented because the stigma agencies don't want to bring that out there to light. But by you helping us get the word out, learn a little bit more about it, well, we can hold each other accountable. We think about war and a war zone. You walk into the Post, that's a war zone. You walk into Virginia Tech, that's a war zone. Who's responding to the situations where things are happening to people and they're left mangled? Law enforcement are responding to that. If you're in law enforcement right now, understand that you're not alone. If you're dealing with these issues, don't be afraid to talk about them. You need to talk about these issues so they can come to light. If you're a family member, you recognize the signs, address it. I understand the hurt and the pain that you're dealing with because I've experienced it. But don't stuff. You gotta let it out. For those that aren't in law enforcement, please pray for our law enforcement officers. Continue to bring awareness to this issue and research and learn a little bit more about this issue, PTSD and law enforcement and suicide. And help me get this information out there by sharing our video to bring awareness to this issue that's kind of been pushed under the rug. There's a couple of organizations that are trying to deal with this situation, address suicide law enforcement. One of them is Code3, an organization out of Florida. There's an organization out of California, Code3. There's an organization right now, if you can follow them on Facebook as well, called Honor Them. Their goal is to bring awareness to suicide in law enforcement, but also honor those police officers that dedicated their life to the job, that unfortunately lost their life because of that. And they're also trying to fight for getting their name on the wall in DC as well. Billy Graham, it's a great organization. Every year they put on a law enforcement retreat for law enforcement that's dealt with traumatic situations. At the Cove in North Carolina, it's called National Law Enforcement Retreat, which is a retreat that I went through when I was dealing with my situation that helped me out a lot. So there's a couple of organizations out there that's trying to fight this situation. Centurion Ministries is another organization out of Colorado as well that's trying to do the same thing.